There you go.
Hi, good morning. I'm here at Meters to Miles in Epworth with Julian Moorhouse, ex-Great Britain athlete and owner of the shop. We're just going to do a little bit of a podcast on winter clothing. So Julian's going to give us some ideas on shoes and clothing to get boot campers and runners through the winter. So Julian, what can you tell us about footwear? What kind of footwear would we be looking at wearing?
Well, obviously for the winter months, autumn, winter, you're looking to keep the elements out, so keeping the wind and the rain out of your footwear. It's important to keep your feet dry. You've still got a breathable mesh on most winter shoes, but you can see it's much more closed than on the majority of the sort of spring-summer footwear. You've got a TPU coating on it just to give you some extra protection there. It's just nice to keep your feet warm and dry. Other elements as well, particularly for runners who are out on the roads, reflectivity. So you've got 360-degree extra visibility for sort of dark mornings and dark nights. Other thing you're really looking for, Sue, is extra traction.
Yeah, this is massively important for boot campers, because when we're out on the field and the football has been out on there and it's wet and muddy and we're slipping all over the place, I always say to them, you need something with some good traction on the bottom. Keep yourself up.
That's an out-and-out trail shoe. This is a road shoe with a trail element to it. You can see the waffle outsole, so these dimples here and the flex screws. Solid rubber is great for extra grip, as opposed to blown rubber. Solid rubber grips very, very well in wet conditions. So, like you say, if they're running about, jumping about on the fields, you don't want to be slipping around.
No.
Again, this shoe's got a bit more toe protection there as well, so if you're off the road, you need that little bit more toe protection. So it's mainly about sort of keeping the elements out, keeping your feet dry and warm, and then a bit more reflectivity and extra grip. That's really it with footwear.
Brilliant.
So we're going to look at clothing?
Yeah. What, I mean, I'm always saying to them to put base layers on and make sure they've got 3 or 4 layers on. What's your advice?
That's
on
the
that?
crucial thing. The crucial thing really is to not have lots and lots of thick layers, but maybe 1 or 2 thin layers. So you might need something like an outer shell, which is going to protect you from a light shower or a rain, and mainly protect you from the wind. So keep the wind out, so keep the initial elements out. Beneath that you'd have something next to skin. So rather than having baggy layers where it's very, very difficult to regulate your body temperature, you'll either be very warm or very cold. If the air can get around up your sleeves, and so it's to have something right next to your skin. So you're looking at base layers basically. The seams are all locked down, so you've got extra, well, prevents rubbing and abrasion. Breathability, it's not that thick, but you don't need it to be because it's right next to your skin. But it'll keep you nice and warm.
So you need base, then you need maybe
base, and then an outer shell to keep the wind and the rain out.
Then you've got obviously hats and gloves.
Yeah, and then to sort of, I mean, you lose an awful lot of heat through your head. So, you know, winter months, you really need something breathable, again lightweight, again the seams are locked down, but put that on your cap and keep you nice and warm. You can wear a cap as well. Caps are great, again they keep you nice and warm. This one's got a reflective LED at the front. And gloves. There's nothing worse than jumping around on a early morning boot camp and having very, very cold hands.
And in my opinion, you want to be looking boot campers particularly for waterproof gloves, because you've got your hands on the grass in wool gloves, and that is just asking for.
Well, you can see this one's got that extra protection. You can hear it there. Gives you that extra protection from the elements. So
okay.
that's it. Thanks, Sue.
Thank you, Julian. Thanks a lot.